Hello, beautiful soul. In today's episode, I'm exposing why most mainstream manifestation is a scam and a waste of your time. If you have stumbled upon this video, that likely means you are an ambitious woman with big dreams. And that probably means that you have stumbled upon this huge manifestation world, which I believe targets women just like you. And you've probably tried a lot of these manifestation techniques. You might have even hired people to help you manifest. And if you're being really honest, at best, those results have been inconsistent. And at worst, you're realizing that you are actually just feeling a lot more frustrated, and your confidence may have even plummeted since you started your manifestation journey because it just doesn't work. My name is Anna Lacomi, and I'm known on these internet streets as the career guardian angel. And I have worked with hundreds of the most brilliant, ambitious, kind, caring women from around the world to achieve their biggest career goals and to manifest their dream lifestyle. And the way I'm different from other career coaches is that I don't let you settle for anything. I don't let you compromise on your dreams. I don't let you compromise on your talents. And I'm here to help you break all the rules, especially things like toxic hustle culture, hyper masculine tendencies, and today, the mainstream manifestation world. And most importantly, I want you to be successful. Your success is my success. So let's jump into this episode. Okay, so the first reason why most mainstream manifestation techniques are a scam and a waste of time is because it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work, okay? It works like maybe 10% of the time. That's called random, okay? And also, you doing so many other things beyond trying to manifest that maybe work every once in a while. But ultimately, most of these techniques don't work for most people. Why is that? This is because these are techniques given to the masses, okay? How is it that this one technique is going to work for hundreds of thousands or millions of people around the world? It's not. It's homogenized, it's generic, it's not tailored to your uniqueness, it's not personalized to who you are as an individual. There are definitely strategies and techniques, I believe, success is meant to be easy, which is why we fall for these manifestation traps. So you can create success in a way that is easier and feels like magic, but it's not going to be in those manifestation techniques. It's more likely going to be in more custom approaches based on your unique cosmic blueprint, for example. So looking at clues in your astrology chart, your human design chart, looking at your numerology, what are the energies and the essences and the archetypes that you're meant to embody to unleash your gifts, to make your goals happen faster, more effortlessly, and in my world, more deliciously. But it's not going to happen in these mainstream manifestation techniques that are just very, very generic. You're unique. If you are here, that means you are one of those unique gems, diamonds of a woman. And so, why are we using like peasant techniques when you're a queen? Queens don't follow the masses. That's why they're queens. Queens lead. Queens don't follow what everybody else is doing. Okay. So that is why it's a scam because it just doesn't work. And it doesn't work because it's so generic and not tailored to you. And another fun fact about why these techniques don't work, the teachers, oftentimes the teachers of these manifestation techniques, they're teaching what works for them, okay? And that doesn't mean it's going to work for you. Maybe it works for them. But if you don't know what their cosmic blueprint is versus what yours is, you're never going to know if this technique is going to work. And that's why you've been trying all these things and not finding that they're actually helping you get you to closer where you want to be when it comes to your career and your biggest dreams. And one more fun fact, a lot of manifestation teachers are manifestors according to the human design system. And I hate to break it to you, but only 9% of the population are that more unique energetic type known as the manifestor, which is associated with those traditional ways of manifesting in terms of initiating, informing, speaking things out loud. That may very well work for them, and they may very well likely be a manifestor energy type. But 91% of us, myself included, are not a manifestor, and those techniques are just never going to work for us. Okay. All right. The second reason why most mainstream manifestation is a scam is because not only does it not work, but it is a massive distraction away from what could potentially work. Okay, this mainstream manifestation world is focusing on these hacks, right? These short-term things. But there's no short-term shortcuts. Yes, there are easier ways to make your dreams come true. There's easier ways to create your dream life. I promise you. But they're not going to be found in these hacks, these manifestation techniques for the masses. In fact, they're going to keep you in a distraction loop. They're not going to push you forward. And if you're still here, you know what I mean. So there's two ways that this can go. Number one, you can be doing too much, right? Because you're doing all the manifestation techniques. You're visualizing, you're scripting, you're vision boarding, you're doing everything, you're doing rituals. And you're doing so much, and that's taking up like 50% of your time when that same time could have been used towards taking aligned action based on your cosmic blueprint to achieve those goals, okay? So it's a big distraction that takes you away from what actually works and keeps you busy just doing all this mindless stuff that oftentimes is never going to work. No matter how hard you try, how long you do it, how committed you are, it's just not. And then you have the other end of the spectrum where these manifestation techniques keep you in delusion. Delulu is not the Salulu. You already know that. Okay, so you have this other end of the extreme where it's just like, don't do anything. Just believe. Just lay there. Attract. Law of attraction. Blah, 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 blah. And so you have women distracted and living in fantasy world and not making any progress. And most importantly, why this distraction is such a scam and so awful to ambitious women who are here to change the world in their own unique ways is it keeps us out of the present moment. And the present moment is where we have our power. The present moment is where we access our wisdom. A lot of these mainstream manifestation techniques are so future focused that they take us away into this fantasy of the future, keep us on this hamster wheel of either doing all the things or not doing anything. And that future focus really keeps us away from doing what has to be done in the present. The future does not exist. That's one thing maybe I'll agree with some manifestation teachers, right? The future doesn't exist. All we have is the present moment. And these manifestation techniques make us so obsessed with the future that we can't find happiness in the moment. And so I have this big thing where women, we have these goals, and then when we reach a goal, we're not even happy because we've just spent the past years living in the future, waiting for this moment, and it never lives up to the hype. And we think it's going to bring us happiness. But if the way that we got to our goal is through not being happy, not being healthy, how could you ever think you'll be happy and healthy when you reach that goal? You won't. So what we do is we find another goal and we think that goal is going to make us happy and healthy. We have to be happy and healthy now, and that has to happen in the present moment. And there's so much more you can do in terms of regulating your nervous system, working on your emotions. By the way, so much emotional bypassing and spiritual bypassing that happens in the manifestation world, right? Actually acknowledging your feelings, being in that present moment, being in the discomfort, so much more powerful and potent to put you in the right direction to create your dream career and life than any short-term manifestation hack. And then finally, and this is my biggest anger point about this whole thing, the final reason why manifestation is mostly a scam is because the customer is always wrong. There's no other industry where if you don't get results, you are to blame, okay? Because no matter what happens, the general consensus in the manifestation world is if the techniques don't work for you, you did something wrong. You didn't believe hard enough. You wanted it too much. You're too needy energy. Or the worst, you had negative thoughts, so you manifested something bad. This makes me want to scream. It's like this manifestation world has put women in this cage or this jail cell, and they're just constantly telling them how we're doing it wrong and how the techniques are perfect, right? That's what they're saying. You're the one that's somehow wrong. And then women are blaming themselves. They're feeling ashamed. Women are looking around and seeing all these other people, the manifestation techniques are working for them. Spoiler alert, they're not working for them, trust me. I work with the most brilliant women from around the world, and I hear it from your hearts, and it breaks my heart when I see you guys doing all these things and not getting the results you want. So trust me, It's not just you. Most people are not getting results from mainstream manifestation techniques. And I hate it when you guys blame yourselves and shame yourselves because that really decreases your confidence. Manifestation was supposed to be empowering for women, but suddenly it's being used, it's weaponized against women, and it's very disempowering instead because there's this vicious cycle of trying all these things, it's not working, blaming yourself, and then you don't show up as powerfully to do what actually would push you forward in the direction that you want to go. And I hate this vicious cycle that mainstream manifestation puts women in. It's this hamster wheel of techniques, work harder, believe harder, don't think anything negative, positive emotions, high vibes, high frequency all the time. Compare yourself to others. Look at what she manifested. Look at how fast she manifested. Even if you, by some weird random chance, are able to manifest something, it's like, well, you have to now manifest bigger. You have to manifest faster. It's this endless void. And ambitious women, we're already prone to doing too much. We're already prone to pushing ourselves too hard. And now we have this new metric. How good of a manifester are you? A new metric upon which to measure and compare ourselves and to always fall short and feel like shit. And I absolutely hate that. I have my amazing women walking around thinking they're going to manifest something bad if they have a negative thought or a negative feeling. You are a human. And guess what? Most emotions are actually negative. There's very few positive emotions due to evolution. We needed negative emotions in order to survive, and they're totally normal and natural and oftentimes out of your control. So you have these women micromanaging their emotions and being worried that they're going to manifest something bad, and it causes this anxiety, this paranoia. This is not empowerment. This is not confidence. This is not magnetism. Speaking of law of attraction, it's not magnetic when you're constantly worried, you're suppressing your emotions, you're spiritually bypassing. That is not magnetic at all. You're in the future, you're not in the present moment, you're not grounded in that delicious goddess energy that I teach about. Yeah, it, it's this, honestly, it's a one big circus, and everyone is afraid to say something because everyone knows that if you raise your hand and say, "Hey, actually, this is really working for me," you are going to be the one that is blamed and shamed in that community. Okay. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Mainstream manifestation, first of all, doesn't work because it's homogenized, generic, not tailored to you as the individual. It's a huge distraction from actually creating the foundation to create the kind of success that you want more easily in an aligned way to you. And then thirdly, I just hate the emotional toll and disempowerment and lowering of the confidence it does to women through the blame, shame, and comparison trap that women fall into. I'm going to leave you with a few more controversial thoughts. Okay, if you're sitting here, you're like, I hear you, Anna, but I still think manifestation is real. Let me give you three indisputable reasons why manifestation is a scam. It is not real. Okay, so number one, all these teachers, gurus are like, I manifested this car. There has never been a human on this planet who has woke up one day, looked out their window and saw a random car outside in their whatever that they didn't pay for or somehow organize or get in a different way through working and paying. Okay, no one has manifested a car, and I'm so sick of this example being used. Oh, I'm manifesting a red sports car. No, what you're doing is you are charging other women to teach them how to manifest, but actually you're then using that money to buy your red sports car. You did not manifest that red sports car. I don't care if you visualized it, blah, blah, blah. Okay, number two, let's talk about men and their use of corn, if you know what I mean. It's known men watch a lot of corn all the time, and aren't they visualizing while they're doing corn? Aren't they in the emotional state? Aren't they believing it's true? When has a man ever manifested a corn star in his real life to do what he had been imagining or seeing in the corn or in his fantasy alone? That has never happened. Don't you think if visualization was so powerful and worked for everyone, don't you think that these corn stars would be showing up in these men's bedrooms all the time? through the power of manifestation and the magic of it. That doesn't happen. Okay? It's completely delusional. Just visualizing or even spending so much time visualizing, a lot of time, right, in these corn situations, it doesn't actually yield results. And then finally, if there are really powerful manifestation gurus out there who truly know how to manifest, how come they're not spending their precious energy teaching people without homes to manifest a job or to manifest a home? If those techniques are so potent and they know the secret, why are they not using those skills for people who really, really would need a miracle? For people who really need magic? Sorry, I get really, really emotional about this whole entire topic, okay? Because there's just too many powerful, beautiful, brilliant women out there who are getting sucked into this thing. It's being shoved down our throats. Women are being targeted with this mainstream manifestation rhetoric and scam. And I just really want these women to let this go. You already know it doesn't work. Let it go. I promise you there are delicious, aligned, yummy ways that you can create success, that you can create your dream career and your dream life and use your gifts in a powerful way that also makes you happy and healthy and brings joy to the world and joy to you. And I believe women like you are here to change the world. But we're not going to change the world if we keep getting sucked into these false promises and these empty promises. From the bottom of my heart, I'm so glad that you're here, and I really want to hear what you think. What has your experience been with manifestation? Tell me in the comments, and also based on your responses, I may start sharing what I think are better alternative, more strategic, more proven methods to create the kind of success that ambitious women with big hearts and big dreams like us crave. See you next time.